Welcome back, True Seeker. One more quick live stream. It's a damn shame YouTube's going to shadow ban this because all the football fans of the world need to know. Shout out to Script Unveiled. He gave me the assist on this one. He said, Zach, you're never going to believe it. That patient zero with the Hantavirus, Leo, who caught it in Argentina. They traced it back to March 27th. Supposedly he was bird watching in a landfill. I just find that detail weird. It's like, who's bird watching in landfills? What the hell? You know, I'd expect the rats to be in the landfill. I mean, has anyone ever heard of this bird watching in landfills? I mean, normally you're out like in a beautiful spot in the woods, in the wilderness, in the landfill. But anyway, this is the story. Patient zero was bird watching in the landfill when he likely breathed in those Andes-born mice rat feces, giving him the killer Hanta. and be sure to look up what Hanta means in Hebrew. But March 27th, Leo, Argentina. Here's where Script Unveiled gave me the great assist. On March 27th, there was to be a football match between Leo Messi of Argentina and his protege who plays for Spain. And again, in case you're not up to speed, look at what year Hantavirus was discovered. It was 1978. That was the year Argentina won their first World Cup, defeating the Netherlands. And this boat with the Hantavirus outbreak. It's funny how some networks call it the Hantavirus. Makes me think about Halloween upcoming in the fall. But Hantavirus, however you want to call it. Coined in 1978, again, the year Argentina beat the Netherlands. This ship, the MV Hondias, it's headquartered out of the Netherlands. So it was departing from Argentina. And of course, it evacuated in Spain, and Spain also won their first ever World Cup over the Netherlands. But yeah, Messi, Leo Messi, the star of Argentina, his protege, Lamine Yamal, plays for Spain. And we're going to go over all these numbers here, but just in case you didn't know, right after Lamine Yamal was born, they had Leo Messi do a photo shoot with him as a little baby. Give him a scrub-a-dub-dub in the tub. And where is Leo Messi's left hand? Something looks awfully suspicious about this. Where is that left hand going? Good God. And don't forget, Leo Messi, he stayed separate from the team in the 2022 World Cup. He stayed all by himself in room 201, and he was shacked up with another man with hairy legs. In case you missed all that work, it was all synced up with the Pope, the first one to ever live in Suite 201, who turned in 86 years old. Remember Pope Francis? He was alive back then, the first Jesuit who lived in Suite 201. He turned 86 the day before Argentina won the 2022 World Cup, their first since 86. And speaking of 86, they won that in Qatar. And this match that got canceled between Spain and Argentina, it was going to be the first time Messi played his protege, who he gave a little rub-a-dub-dub in the bathtub. But this match was going to be on March 27th. That's the 86th day of the year. Okay, now let's go over the rest of it. From Messi's last birthday to that match that got canceled, DK, all right, hold on. All right, you guys are going to have to hang on. DK Stonewood, who plays himself some football. He's the Leo Messi of LA who's not on the field. He wants to get in here real quick. Go ahead, DK. You know I'm live streaming, right?
Yeah, that's why I called. I'm way behind. I just started, so I don't even know what's going on. I just wanted to throw in there this new fake virus thing. They are now searching for 69 people who may have came in contact with the 69-year-old that had the virus on the ship. And of course, 69 is the Cancer moon sign. So
that's what Leo Messi was doing in room 201 with the guy with the hairy legs. By the way, where is his left hand in this photo? Where does it look like it's going to?
Let me see. Hold on.
I mean, what is up with this? And of course, it's 19 years ago, right? This photo's from 2007. That old 19-year moon cycle.
So what is he washing some baby or something?
He's washing the star of Spain's team as a little baby. He's washing his protege. That's Lamine Yamal.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Is this the same kind of thing like how the movie Him, he was like preparing his protege,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh shit. How funny.
Yeah.
All right, well that's all. I just wanted to throw that in there because every time I try to call and like I get a notification, it's like 40 minutes after the stream or something. I'm like, oh, it's live, and then I try to call and it's like, so I'm glad I got in this one. I don't even know what you're talking about yet. I just started literally playing it like 10 seconds in and I called.
Yeah, so, no, I literally just started it, but yeah, I'll look into the 69 thing too.
What a joke!
All right,
let me keep listening.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Oh. By the way, congrats to the winners on everybody who took the Cavs to upset the Pistons tonight. We sure love Gematria. I'll talk more about that after this one. But just look how perfect all this ritual is, you guys. And this just ties in with exactly what I talked about when I gave out this information back in January before the whole Hantavirus thing. It just all fits together so perfectly. It's the same damn patterns. But look at this. From Messi's birthday to the day they canceled the game between Argentina and Spain and Qatar, where Argentina won the last World Cup. By the way, Qatar equals 78, like how the patient zero name equals 78, like how 1978 was the year Hantavirus was coined and Argentina won the first time. But look at this. From his birthday to March 27th, 270, it's a span of 277 days, which is the 59th prime. You could also say that March 27th was just 276 days after his birthday rather than the 277 span of days. 276 is the 23rd triangular number, which means if you had 1 through 23, it equals 276. And those are the big numbers with this World Cup because it's the 23rd World Cup. And as I've been pointing out, the championship is 59 days after FIFA's birthday, which is May 21st. And remember, the head of the World Health Organization just wrote a letter to the people of Spain on May 9th addressing how they're dropping off the Hantavirus ship in the Canary Islands, like the canary in the coal mine. So here we go, right? 59-23, how this all lines up. And yeah, this is the 23rd FIFA World Cup. Remember, last time was the 22nd. That's why we had France to lose to Argentina before it began. France fell to 2-2 in championships, and Argentina became 3-3 in championships versus France, the plus 33 international dialing code. And if you missed my video earlier on the whole norovirus thing earlier today with the French ship that got put in quarantine, they sent everybody to hospital that's at the address 33,000, of course. Just like how the last Hantavirus outbreak was 33 years ago and there were 33 confirmed cases. But anyway, 23rd FIFA World Cup. And it makes me sad that people don't understand how they continue to script news and sports together. Remember when Baylor and Gonzaga were supposed to play a neutral site game in college basketball in Indiana, and it got canceled due to a COVID-19 outbreak? And then lo and behold, they meet back up again in Indiana in the championship, and Baylor wins with 86 points a few days after Elgin Baylor dies at 86. And of course, Elgin Baylor went to the other Jesuit school in Washington State. There's not many states with two Jesuit schools. I believe it's just California and Washington, if I'm not mistaken. Washington has Seattle U and Gonzaga, and they just killed Brandon Clark in a total Gonzaga ritual. Brandon Clark's name equals 233, like Gonzaga University. They announced him dead yesterday on the day, leaving 233 days left in the year. Go back and see the ritual they did with John Stockton years ago, a big 233 ritual where he refused to wear a mask for COVID to the Gonzaga game. They kicked out John Stockton, Hall of Famer who went there. Anyway, 9/11 and the Patriot Act, and then all of a sudden the Patriots are the greatest football team ever, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it's news and sports and just it all being scripted together. So anyway, this star on Spain, the star of Spain, isn't it interesting that his name, Lamine Yamal, equals 43 and 65 like Hantavirus? And as a reminder, Gene Hackman's wife died from Hantavirus, supposedly on February 12th, the 43rd day of the year at age 65. Pandemic equals 43 and 65 since they're teasing us with that again. And in the 4-base ciphers, Hantavirus also equals 133 and 43 like football. It also equals 137 like Lamine Yamal's birthday can be written 13/7. So this guy kind of has a triple overlap with the virus, which, again, there's already plenty of people putting out content. Should they cancel the World Cup? We don't want to risk another pandemic and lockdown. Do we need to stop the World Cup? They did stop March Madness the year of Cooties 19. And then, of course, the first March Madness tournament, when they come back, they have Gonzaga in there when Gonzaga is named after Aloysius de Gonzaga, who died from the flu. Nobody got the joke. We did. We got the joke, but nobody else got the joke. That's why these Jesuits, they should appreciate us. At least we see through their humor and what they're doing. I mean, for everybody else, it's just everything they're doing is going over their head. How are they even to be appreciated? But yeah, Spain, they did win their only World Cup over the Netherlands to date. And yeah, you just got to ask, how does this even happen? How does Leo Messi end up? I mean, somebody should look into what he was doing in that photo. Something looks really wrong here. He's got the big shit-eating grin. It looks like he's staring right at the little baby's junk. It looks like the left hand's on X marks the spot. What is going on here? But yeah, anyway, that is Messi and Lamine Yamal from a couple months after he was born. And like I've said, a lot of these guys are born and bred to be, and a photo like this should tell you everything you should have already known. I mean, how many examples do we have of the proof of these guys being born and bred to be? Do you remember when the Joker was winning the NBA Finals and the other Joker in tennis was winning his big tennis match? And then they put out an image on ESPN of the Joker, the basketball player, wearing a Nuggets sweatshirt as a 5-year-old over on the Eastern Bloc while holding a tennis racket. I mean, who the hell is cheering for the Denver Nuggets in the Eastern Bloc in Europe? I mean, it's just, we're just living out the script, you guys. These people were born and bred to be for the world stage. They're the chosen ones, and we're the chosen spectators and the guinea pigs when they come out with their, we will be the guinea pigs again when they come out with their next batch of pokey dokes, but you shouldn't let yourself become one. You know, that's what we didn't allow it to happen to us over here, but a lot of people did. With their new pandemic. And remember, you guys, with this whole 78 thing, like I said, you know, last year on Cannonball Day, only important to the Jesuits, the World Health Organization came up with the pandemic agreement to give everybody pokey-dokes really fast, and that was the 78th World Health Assembly. Now we got Hantavirus from 1978, the year of Argentina over the Netherlands. And again, this match was canceled in Qatar, you guys. Here, just to see some more 78s here. Qatar, where's Qatar at? Let me plug it in the calculator so you can see. Again, these are the 4-base ciphers up here. Qatar has some interesting numbers, but I just want you to see that Qatar does have the 78. And the Patient Zero, another Leo, going with the current Pope as well. Again, I've done more work on this. If you should take the time to watch all the content I put out on Hantavirus if you can. And don't forget, November 17th, interesting upcoming date. It's going to be exactly 78 weeks after the pandemic declaration out of the 78th World Health Assembly. And with them saying it can take up to 8 weeks for the Hantavirus to do its thing in the human body. You know, that's about 2 months after the World Cup ends, which I guess would be September, about September 19th, when the anniversary of him coming out. Yeah, and just also nice little sweep tonight in the playoffs. We had the Wild to cover. They covered, and we had the Cavs to upset tonight. You got to love a 1-1-3 in the 1-1-3 league. But look how perfect it is, you guys. Look how perfect it is. It's Wednesday, named after Mercury, right? The game went to overtime, 103-103. And again, Kevin Warsh today. Kevin Warsh sworn in to be the new Fed chair 103 days after being nominated. This is how I caught on when I learned this. I was like, wow, they're doing the same stuff in sports that they're doing in news. It doesn't take long to observe it if you just take the time to observe it, because this goes on every day. You're like, wow, 103 is all over the news today. And then look at the game that's on TV for sports. Goes to overtime, 103-103. And again, Wednesday's named after Mercury, the trickster, which is 103. And the Federal Reserve, I mean, it is pretty tricky, right? It's not federal. There's no reserves. So the name is total deception. And, you know, go look at the 1800s definition of Jesuitism. It's trickery and deception. Jesuits has the 103. But anyway, it went to OT 103, 103 tonight. And then the reason we like the Cavs to upset is because of this right here. This Wednesday 143 thing. Go back to earlier this year. Gonzaga got upset by Portland, 2 Catholic schools. Gonzaga is a Jesuit Catholic school. Portland's Catholic. But remember, that game was 143 days after the Pope's birthday, Pope Leo, on a Wednesday. And the coach of Portland, well, the program of Portland got their biggest upset in franchise history. And the coach picked up his 143rd win in that game, right? Detroit tonight was at home. Detroit stayed on 37 home wins for the season for the record, but the 143 thing was big because the Cavs tonight got their 143rd postseason win, and they kept Detroit on 143 wins all time versus the Cavaliers. And that 143 has just been crushing on Wednesday. And part of me is like, should I even be giving this information out for free? Because I swear to God, the more people catch on, the more they take these winning patterns away. But people should know that the game is rigged. A lot of people are putting all kinds of time and energy into rigged games. Cavs record versus Pistons, including playoffs. They stayed on 143 losses, right there. Cavs playoff record. See if they updated it. They should have if they updated that. Yeah, boom, there it is. Cavs playoff record. Just got their 143rd win tonight. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, this 143 thing's been crushing on Wednesday. And it's a reminder there's always more to learn because I don't know if this had been going on in years past. We caught on to it this year. We noticed that 143, or I guess it was probably a little bit into last year, but I mean, in the last years when we noticed, we're like, man, 143 is hitting hard on Wednesday. And sure enough, hit tonight. And let me see if I can pull up some old posts about LeBron and 117. I've been talking about the Cavs, the state of Ohio. I mean, if you've read my first book, that green one right there, Letters and Numbers, there's a section on Ohio and 117. But yeah, this 117 thing's nothing new with Ohio. LeBron, remember when they were calling him the Godfather? This was when they had the trilogy with the Warriors. Oh, yeah, and he wore the Undertaker shirt right before they... Yeah, anyway. Ohio has the 117 connection. You can see back when the cipher used to be called Jewish, Derek renamed it Latin. There's some other things I'm forgetting. Oh, yeah, they even got the shot of them reading the Godfather with a no smoking sign in the background. Hey, big business. I thought you went to bed. Oh, yeah, the bright light. The bright light. All right. I'm going to have to wrap this up here. But, yeah, you know, 117 for the Cavs and 113 in the we call the NBA the 113 league. The National Basketball Association 113. Michael Jordan 113. Kobe Bryant 113. What is it, love bug? You want the bright lights? What is that bright light? Ooh. 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 Ruby, the cat says, oh, yeah, that's right. Pretty soon she's going to be saying congrats to the winners. But to keep it real, baseball left a lot to be desired today. Some of the games we really liked came in, but there were some disappointments. Wednesday can be tough in baseball. All right, guys. I got to go put this one to bed. I thought she was already in bed. So, all right, sweet girl. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to the people. Bye. Bye. Oh, hold on. We got some super chatters. Look at that. They're paying for your diapers, Ruby. How about that? Yo, Zach, I appreciate the work you put in over the years. Thank you, B. Tisdale. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the Big 10. You are a random 223. Can you decode Chud the Builder? I covered that the other day, man. Are you seeing the tulip time connection? Yeah, I don't think that's the connection, but I appreciate it. Rick James gifted another membership. Thank you again, Rick James, for always doing that. And Cashville Lady with another big 2. There's always more to learn. We're all still learning. Appreciate it, Cashville Lady. All right, Ruby, we got to say goodbye. Bye. Not tonight. Bye. Can we say bye? Bye. All right, I got to put this one to bed, you guys. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Israel's 78th birthday could get interesting. Until next time, have a good evening.